Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for another episode of FC 25 here on career mode, Manchester City style. We are in Season 2 Pep Guardiola's last year, and it hasn't been as successful as we thought. We've been knocked out the Carabao Cup, knocked out the FA Cup, in the last episode, knocked out the Champions League to Bayern Munich, but we did keep ourselves a little bit clear at the top of that Premier League table. Now Spurs can cut that lead down a game in hand after we did draw with them. With 8 games remaining in the Premier League, the final 2 episodes of Season 2 are coming here now, today and the next one. And that will determine whether we do lift the Premier League or if we go season trophyless in Guardiola's last season. I hope that's not the case. The City side needs to be a lot better. We played well at the end of the last one against Spurs. We should have won that one. We played well against West Ham. We're playing rotated players. But there's some big news to start today's episode in terms of injuries. Then the last one, Rodri picked up an injury. Luckily, he has got away with that one. But Savinho, probably our player of the season, a 3-month broken toe injury. He's got something like 24 assists in all competitions. We're going to absolutely miss him now. So Wirtz and Foden come back and Savinho goes out. And we've not had our full first team at all this season at any point for a long period of time, which has cost us. It really has cost us. And now Savinho, like Mbermo, will miss the rest of the season that right side. So Oscar Bob's going to have to play there, or someone else will have to play there. And that is really frustrating. But what can we do? That's the way things are at the moment. Injuries have crushed us at times this season, and they continue to. And to kick off today's episode, we go at home. We don't go anywhere. We're staying at home against 11th place Newcastle United, who comes to the Etihad. They're looking for sort of European football. It looks like they're going to miss out on it. However, a win against Manchester City today just might get them a few more points, 3 points into 10th, get them in the top half of the table, and they're not actually that far off 5th place. 10 points is not that far, not that many points really for 8 games to go and try and catch Manchester United. Let's decide for Newcastle today. Ederson will start and goal. Ake's back in there again after a good performance against Spurs with Varela, and Ruben Diaz back after his shocker against Bayern Munich. He's back, he's 90 rated, he didn't get given his chance back in there. Captain Rodri partners Rico Lewis, the midfield 2. It's going to be Baena on the left ahead of Doku, Oscar Bob on the right, and Foden and Wirtz start for the first time together in behind Hill and Garland, which seems to be a long time. Etihad would have started today, probably ahead of Bob, but he's very tired, so he is rested on the bench. So the Etihad team awaits Manchester City versus Newcastle, a City side chasing that Premier League title for a 6th successive season in a row. But not only that, it's Pep Guardiola's last chance to win a trophy at Manchester City in his final season, because the Champions League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup has all just faded away from his side. And it is a back 4 of Schär, Botman, Trippier and Nuno Mensch. Benacer, Guimaraes, the captain, Tonali in midfield 3. Heung-min Son up top with Almir on the right and Gordon on the left. They've got Isak, Kelly, Barnes, Kwanzaa, Longstaff, Wilson on the bench. Too good to be in 11th that side. And it's great to see for City, Florian Wirtz back in this team. Heung-min Son, he is one of our kryptonite players to be thinking about. Son running at Varela here, and he's passed him initially. And Heung-min Son, great shot, good save from Ederson. What a start by Heung-min Son, what a player. Signing a free transfer from Spurs, the end of his contract. Little turning by Son. He's past Varela, is he? Into Anthony Gordon. Diaz has left him. Gordon, great challenge by Diaz, good recovery. Oscar Bob again. On towards Haaland. Haaland saved by Pope behind for a corner. Foden. Back into Oscar Bob. Bob back to Haaland. Good touches Haaland. Rico Lewis. 1-0 Manchester City. An assist for Haaland, who's not scored, it feels like, in a long while since Bayern Munich away. But he sets up Rico Lewis for midfield and Rico scores. Good play. That's a great touch by Haaland. On to Lewis, one touch. Puts it past Nick Pope. Lewis has been key at times in this season and not so much at times as well. Really good finish from Rico Lewis. 1-0 Manchester City. The cheapest of giveaways again. Varela in the back of Son. And Ake beaten by Almiron. And he's through here, Miguel Almiron. And Diaz across. And Ruben Diaz with a foot in. It falls to Anthony Gordon. Nutmeg on Diaz, they score. And that comes from a really bad pass by Florian Wirtz. And Anthony Gordon equalises. Diaz can't intercept it. Gordon taps it in. Rodri. Right to Bob. Bob clips one in. Rodri arriving! What a save by Pope and behind for a corner. Should score there, Rodri. Corner ball. Florian Wirtz comes short. Back to Baena. Cross in. Ruben Diaz is in there, away. Rico back down to Baena. Back out to Wirtz. Rico, Lewis. Rico Lewis again, blocked away. Picked up by Fabian Schär. Isak's on now. Varela's been crunched into by Isak. The referee gives nothing. Now Isak's one-on-one. And Diaz back. And Ruben Diaz is beaten. And Isak onto Anthony Gordon for his second of the game. And Newcastle have the lead over Manchester City. It's Gordon the game. And we're in trouble now. Diaz beaten again. And Anthony Gordon finishes it. Past Edison. City are behind and Phil Foden's got to come off, I think. Difficult for him today. He's returned to the side. Doku's past him. Doku. Pulls one back. Etihad. Etihad off the post. Alan Varela across. Struggled with that injury. Isak past him. Isak. Penalty. Varela takes him down from behind. This is going from bad to worse to Manchester City. Etihad hits the post. Oh, Isak kicks Varela on the way through. He's coming off as well. He's injured. Kanji comes on. We're in big trouble here. This could be 3-1. Comes off after that mistake, Varela. Come on, Edison, please. Edison! Oh, Isak scores. 3-1 Newcastle. Well, Echeverry hit the post, which would have made it 2-all. He doesn't score. And they go up the other end and make it 3-1 from a penalty. I think that is going to be defeat for the Etihad for Manchester City. Echeverry. In behind to Bob. Great ball again. Bob. Near post. Kyogo! And a save by Nick Pope behind for a corner. Jeremy Doku against Lewis Hall. He's past him. Keep going, Doku. 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 Doku! Kyogo makes it 3-2. Come on. Pick that ball up 3-2. Kyogo off the bench to score. That's a big goal. Great play by Doku on his left-hand side. Fires it across the box. And Kyogo Fudiashi's there. Don't know how they get it through to him, but he do. Newcastle poor 3-2. Come on. Oscar Bob. Past Tonali as well, Bob. Referees. Fouled there by Tonali. Nothing given. Rodri. Brilliant tackle. Bob. Rodri. Echeverry. Come on, City. Claudio. Into Kyogo. Oh, and it's headed away by the man in the midfield, number 7. Rodri wins it back again. Brilliant from Rodri. Wide to Jeremy Doku. Against Lewis Hall. He's beat him. Ball in behind towards Kyogo. Dealt with by Newcastle, who hang on to try and get 3 points here. Doku back forward, gives it straight back to Newcastle again. The full-time whistle goes. A 3-2 defeat to Newcastle, which puts us in a terrible position going into the final games of the season. That is a massive defeat for Manchester City. And that is a massive win for Newcastle, and we could be in trouble now in the title race as well. More bad news on the injuries, because Alan Varela did pick up an injury in that last game. He sprained his knee and he's out for a month. So that might be his season over as well. Or he might come back towards the end of the season. But the injuries have just started to mount up towards the end of the season. And this has caused us massive problems in the squad. It really has done. And it might derail our title charge right at the end of it. Well, thankfully, we still stick right at the top of the table after mistakes from Spurs and Arsenal in the title race as well. Arsenal not so far off us, neither are Spurs. But another defeat today for City could be causing big problems. And things don't get any easier because we go away to 6th place Aston Villa to Villa Park, a side that are above Newcastle. If we can't beat Newcastle at home, what's Villa got in store for us away from home? Well, with no injuries in the side, it means that young Sidibe has to come in onto the bench. He's there today because he's a defensive midfielder from the attackers we've got. It's going to be Vardy, Akanji and Diaz in the back 3. However, I'm uncertain on Diaz starting after that game against Spurs and the game against Newcastle as well. Rodri captains alongside Rico Lewis in the midfield 2. Bob back on the right again. Bayer on the left again. And it's Wirtz and Echeverry supporting Haaland. No Doku, no Phil Foden. So Villa Park awaits us. We've just been defeated 3-2 to Newcastle, and things could get worse to defeat here against Aston Villa away from home. City have got to get back to winning ways, with a depleted side missing their most creative player in Savinho, their new signing Brian Mbeumo, and now the man at the heart of their defence in Alan Varela as well. Well, this is the Aston Villa side then for Unai Emery, starting in a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal starts Emilio Martinez. It's a back 4 of Hakimi, Pau Torres, Captain Mings and Alex Moreno. Ruben Neves and also Amadou Onana, part of the midfield too. It's Jota up top. It's Yankuto, former City man, and Rodgers, former City man in the wide areas. With everyone, all the stars as well. Baena. Echeverry, space. Echeverry blocked away. Off the hand of the defender, I thought. Rodgers in towards Jota. Away from Akanji. City in trouble. He's got to get across quickly here, Diaz. Ross Barkley from range here, Barkley. And a save by Edison behind for a corner. The City side feel like we have come to the end of a cycle a little bit at times. We've definitely made improvements to the side. We've tried to improve it best we can. Falls to Tyrone Mings here. through to Jota. Save Edison, he's offside. Back inside. Kanji should cut that one out. Morgan Rogers is surely offside, as you know he plays on. Rogers with a chance here. What a block by Joshko Vardiel. Back into Oscar Bob. Rolls into the edge of the box towards Rico Lewis. Rico. Echivede. Echivede, brilliant skill. Echivede! And a save by Martinez. Echivede. Been so lively, Claudio Echivede. Bob. Rico. Wirtz. Florian Wirtz! And what a save by Emi Martinez again. And here is City on the counter once again. Florian Wirtz. Away from Neves. Wirtz, great feet. Florian Wirtz! What a goal that is. What a goal. Well, a club record signing for a reason. Florian Wirtz has missed a lot this 4 months of the season, missing injured. He missed a month early on with an injury. He's missed, I think, 2 months, maybe 3 months in total. But great skill by him here. Drop the shoulder past Pau Torres and into the bottom corner by Florian Wirtz. He's back now. And hopefully that just gives him that lift of confidence being back in the side. Rogers. What a ball. What a ball by Rogers. Yankuto is in here. It's Yankuto. What a save for Edison. What a save for Edison against his former teammate. And launched out to Alex Baena. Brilliant. Counter. Won by Ruben Neves. Wirtz back forward. Straight back to them. Rico Lewis wins it. Falls to Rogers. Akanji with a big challenge here. Foul by Manu Akanji. A yellow card for the Swissman. And Unai Emery's not happy with that one. He thinks it should be a red, maybe. By Ruben Neves! Just over the bar, but he's free kick master, Neves. Probably should score that. And Rodgers switches the play towards Alex Baena. And City counter once again here. Baena. Wirtz. Up to Haaland. Turns on it, Haaland. Brilliant from Haaland down the middle at Emi Martinez. Was it Vardiel? I think it was Vardiel, that. Echivede. Oh, brilliant from Echivede. Keeps going here. Claudio. Into Haaland here. Haaland to finish the game off. Erling Haaland to make it 2-0. Game over. Haaland scores the first time in a while. An assist for Echivede. And City get the winning goal. 2-0, that's massive. Well, we've definitely rode our luck today. We've played defensively at times. We've played in the counter. We've played in transition because we've struggled. And I said it's not about the performance. After that defeat to Newcastle, we have to just get back to winning ways. Good ball, Echivede. Haaland here. What a hit by Erling Haaland to the back of the net. Wirtz. Kyogo. Foden was there, and it's in behind the goalkeeper again. Too close to him. Full-time whistle goes. A big 2-0 win over Aston Villa. Gets us 3 points. A clean sheet. Erling Haaland finished it off. Wirtz goal as well. That's massive against Emery's side. And that keeps us top of the Premier League table. A defeat there today, or a draw, could have been very worrying for this City team. Well, Spurs win their game in hand. We'll still be 4 points clear at the top of this Premier League table on 32 points. Things don't get particularly easy because we have to face, up next, it is 13th place Brighton, our next big test at home. They are a very good team as well. I don't think Arsenal will decide to catch. I think it'd be Spurs. They're 4 points off of Spurs if they win their game in hand against... It's not Brighton away, is it? They play Crystal Palace away. Can be a difficult game at Selhurst Park, but we'll have to see where that one takes them. That could be difficult for City. We just need to keep grinding out the results at the moment. I think another 2 wins in today's episode. Into the last episode, the next one puts us in a pretty comfortable position, maybe. Although I think this title race might go down to the wire if Spurs and Arsenal keep winning. This is signed for Brighton today. Edison starting. Well, it's Vardiel, Akanji and Diaz, that back three. Rodri in the captain alongside Baena in the midfield too. It's Doku on the right today. And Echivede is going to get tried on that left-hand side. I think he can play there. He is explosive. He's got Wirtz and Foden in front of him with Haaland up top. Kyogo, Bob, Nunes, Lewis. I mean, Bob could easily start ahead of Doku as well. He's been brilliant. But we're going to try Doku today. But Bob's been fantastic in the game. Sidibe once again on the bench alongside Pirone and Rico Lewis Nunes. Lots of options in the side, I suppose. But those 3 injuries, Varela, Savinho and Burmo, are costing us at the moment. So first versus 13th, Manchester City look to keep that 4-point lead clear at the top of the Premier League table. At any point they drop points, we could see Spurs narrow that lead down to just 1 single point. And that could be very worrying for this Manchester City side. Argument 2 sides, Brighton and Fabian Hürzeler have been very exciting. They haven't actually had the most amazing season down in 13th place. So Brighton go with a 4-2-3-1 for Fabian Hürzeler. They do like to play 2 strikers at times. Carl Rushworth the starting goalkeeper. It's Dunk, Lamptey, Reyes and Kadioglu the back 4. Baleba and Viper in the midfield too, with Gruder, Minte and Sarmiento behind Joao Pedro up top. That is a very good team. And Baleba will cover that ground in midfield. Still very much on my mind. Here's Etihad off the left-hand side today for the first time at Manchester City. Wirtz. Through to Haaland. What a ball. Haaland's through. Pull it back to Phil Foden! And a save by Rushworth. City should have in the lead straight away. Wirtz in. Right at the head of Vardiol! And it's into the ground over the bar. Rodri. Look at the space for Florian Wirtz in the middle. Trouble for the opposition. Wirtz. Through to Haaland again. We've hardly done this season. Haaland is in again! 1-0 Manchester City. We've hardly been able to do that this season, but the one thing we haven't been able to do because of that is teams play a very deep line against us. A very deep line, but not today. Brighton have come with quite a high line. Ball through by Wirtz. And Erling Haaland scores for Manchester City to make it 1-0. Ruder. We're going to concede here. Joao Pedro. Ruder! 1-1. As easy as that, City concede. Embarrassing. Rodri should win it in midfield. We lose it. Joao Pedro comes through off to Ruder. And any hard work to score a goal, he's thrown away as Edison's been at his near post. What? 3 minutes later. Back out towards Akanji. Decide against the shot. Here's Etihad. Etihad! Tipped over the bar by Carl Rushworth as City continue to pepper the Brighton goal. Wirtz in again. Near post, Haaland. If he'd stuck a toe out there, I think he beats Rushworth to it. Space for Florian Wirtz. Back wide to Doku again here. Doku. Through to Phil Foden. Foden shoots! Saved by Rushworth. Back out to Foden who can't keep it in. Bayena pings one into Doku again here. Doku against Lamptey. Doku. Lifts one to Haaland here. Haaland the volley, no. Etihad's there. And away by Baleba. And on by Bayena. Rodri. Bayena. Florian Wirtz. Good feet by Wirtz. Etihad. Wide to Phil Foden. 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 Foden with a strike here and a save by Rushworth behind for a corner. City pushing. Bayena in. Rodri's there. Foden. Great feet. Phil Foden blocked away and Rushworth makes the save. Good header by Haaland. Doku. Lets it go. Doku. Look at Etihad. Doku plays Claudio Etihad. And City on the counter here. Etihad. Etihad. Etihad! 2-1 Manchester City. Claudio Etihad with a brilliant goal on the counter. What a ball by Doku. And he does it again, Claudio Etihad. And that's why I think he's got to be in there ahead of Phil Foden at the moment. Really good player, Etihad. He's through. What a finish as well. He's got to be in there ahead of Phil Foden at the moment. Chased by Joao Pedro. Wirtz beats him. Wirtz still going here. Wirtz into the box here. Brilliant from Wirtz. Wirtz. Haaland on the volley. Blocked away. Etihad. Etihad. Creates a bit of an angle of space for a shot. Dance in the box behind for a corner. Bob. Through to Etihad. In towards Erling Haaland blocked. Doku at the far post. Offside against Erling Haaland. Keeper kicks it out of his hands towards Lamptey. Gets it forward. Rodri's going to win that. He does do. That is full time. It's a Claudio Etihad winner that gives City a 2-0 win over Brighton. That is massive. Another 3 points going to the final game of today's episode. And I think the title is heading our way because we're grinding out results, but we've got to play better at some point. Because at the moment, I'm a little bit worried. Well, we continue to be top of the Premier League table. And Spurs, I think, have dropped points somewhere. They beat Brighton 3-0. They beat Crystal Palace 3-2. So after 33 games of the Premier League, we sit 5 points clear of Spurs and 6 points clear of Arsenal. And today's episode, what a big one. 4th place Liverpool, who aren't far off. And if they beat us at Anfield today, because we do go... It is at Anfield, isn't it? No, it's at home at the Etihad. We could beat them at the Etihad, actually. That's a big game. They could be up in the title race as well, perhaps. But it would narrow it down to just 2 points to the top if Spurs win their game. But Spurs are going to beat Burnley, I'm sure of that. And Arsenal, I'm sure, will beat who they are playing. So we've got to beat Liverpool at home to end today's episode. And then that puts us with 4 games remaining in the Premier League in the final episode, which could be a real exciting one. Let's decide we're going to go with against Liverpool. In goal, we'll start Edison. It's going to be Diaz, Akanji and Vardiol, the back 3. Captain Rodri and Lewis in the midfield 2. Foden on the right. Bayena on the left, and it's going to be Wirtz and Etihad supporting Erling Haaland. We've got Kyogo, Doku, Bob, Nunes, Stones, Ake, Sidibe, and Maximo Perón as options off the bench. Anfield, I can't remember how we did, but the Etihad, we need these 3 points. Well, massive game at the Etihad today. Manchester City versus Liverpool. 2 sides in the top 4, 1 top of the Premier League table. 1/4 and looking to battle towards perhaps winning the title. They're very much an outsider in this title race, Newcastle, Liverpool, like Newcastle were, and like other teams have been over time. Liverpool don't look like they're going to get anywhere near us, to be honest with you. But a defeat for us here today at home would mean that Spurs get within 2 points of us going to the final 4 games, and also Arsenal can get within 5 points of us, maybe even 4 points of us. So that could be a big worry. City have got to be very careful here against Liverpool, and they've got a really strong side on their Arne Slot. Let's see how Liverpool do line up today. This is the Liverpool side then for Arne Slot, starting with a goalkeeper. Alisson starts in goal. It is a back 4 of Trent, Captain Van Dijk, Gomez and Ferland Mendy, Gravenberch and McAllister partner with Szoboszlai in front of the midfield, and it's Chiesa, Luis Diaz and Jonathan David the front line. Some good players on the bench as well, but that front line looks very good, and so does the defence. Baena. Oh, lovely bit of skill on Trent. And he's won it back off Trent for the second time here, Baena. Rico. Wirtz. Florian Wirtz! Big save from Alisson. Nearly scores. Echeverri across the field, and Mendy and Liverpool have it back here. Can he cause problems on his side, Phil Foden? Rodri, look at that run by Echeverri. First time into Haaland here. And Erling Haaland with a chance. And Erling Haaland saved. And Bayern on the rebound. And Manchester City have the lead against Liverpool here. And it's Alex Bayern with a massive goal in the Premier League. Will join the club this summer. Very important player. Hit by Haaland. And Bayern is there. Ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold drifting off that left-hand side. Alisson can only parry it into Bayern's path, who digs it out from underneath his feet. And digs it into the back of the net for Manchester City. Arne Slot frustrated. Manchester City celebrate. Alex Bayern opens the scoring after 17 minutes here against Liverpool. It's just interesting they do that. Rodri. It's a terrible ball by Rodri. That is not the first time Rodri's cost us in the recent games. 1-1 Chiesa scores. And it comes from a terrible pass by Rodri again. Gives it away. Rodri's so poor in recent games. And Chiesa scores 1-1. Echeverri. Pass Ferland Mendy, Echeverri. Mendy can't recover. Echeverri pulls it back, Wirtz. It's Rico Lewis! It's 2-1 Manchester City! And it's Rico Lewis again. He scored a few in today's episode. I think he scored 2 now. From the midfield, Rico Lewis scores 2-1 Manchester City. Brilliant play from Echeverri here onto Wirtz. Just lays it off to Rico. It should be Haaland there, really, lined himself up. But it's Rico Lewis, and he thunders that one in. 2-1 Manchester City. What a goal from Rico Lewis. City in front. Good defending, Chiesa. Vardiol a yard off him. David back to Chiesa. Vardiol gives it him back. Chiesa. 2-2. And straight away after we score, we give Liverpool a goal again. 2-2. Terrible defending by Vardiol. And Chiesa again. Top corner, what a finish. Oh, Rico Lewis gives it away now. And Akanji with a big challenge back to David. And Luis Diaz in here. And Luis Diaz lifts it over Edison for 3-2 Liverpool. All over the place, Manchester City. And what a finish by Luis Diaz. 3-2 Liverpool. This is a terrible performance again. 3 goals conceded. Embarrassing from Manchester City. Wirtz. Good ball through to Haaland. Van Dijk with a massive interception. Liverpool counter again. Szoboszlai. And David. And wide towards Luis Diaz. And Ruben Diaz dives in on Luis Diaz. And he's in space again here. Luis Diaz. And Luis Diaz again makes it 4. They smashed us at Anfield. They smashed us at the Etihad. 4-2 down. Luis Diaz with another dink over Edison. Good tackle by Akanji. Foden. Rico Lewis. Oh my God! Ruben Diaz, what a challenge, but we can't even work it wide at the moment. A nice half time. 4-2 down to Liverpool. What are we doing, Manchester City? Terrible. I don't know where they're going to come from. Haaland in behind towards Bayern. Get going here, Alex Bayern. Wirtz is pushing as well. Bayern. Onto Echeverri. Little back heel through to Erling Haaland here. It's magical. It's absolutely magical. But Haaland doesn't get there. Good feet. Rico. Wirtz. Haaland. Haaland hits it. Still going here. Haaland hits it again. Saved by Alisson. That's the difference. They finish their chances and we don't. Chiesa forward here. And well done Vardy to win it back. We've been better in the second half. Bayena. Oh, again! Everything's intercepted. Not got that pace in wide areas. Foden against Ferland Mendy's. Past him. Foden. Into the box here. Haaland. It's just pinballing about. And not one of our players can control it like a Liverpool player can. Kanji with a foul on David. It's so frustrating. Their players take the ball down and control it. Our players like pinball around. Doku in behind. Doku! Oh, still can't score. Kyogo still can't score. 4 chances, 4 goals for Liverpool it feels like. And they're in again here, David, to make it 5. 5-2. Oh, 5-2 Liverpool. Well, the next episode, title ending. Just so good Liverpool on the counter. We're so bad. But it doesn't help that they intercept every pass we do. Oh, Kanji's been absolutely ripped apart here. And Luis Diaz. Oh, saved by Edison. Well, my head's gone here. I'm not happy. I'm so annoyed. Ball in. Edison picks it up. Full-time whistle goes. A 5-2 defeat to Liverpool in the final game of today's episode. Which puts us, I think, only 1 point clear at the top now. I mean, what is that performance? It's been coming made with the performance we're putting in. But we've lost too many games at home. And Liverpool tear us apart again. Haaland, disappointing. The forward line, disappointing. The finishing, disappointing. The pass, disappointing. Big players like Rodri making mistakes. The defence all over the place. City, we're top of the table. With 4 games left, then we could lose it all. Thanks for watching. You surely didn't enjoy that one, neither did I as well. We'll see you guys next time.